Ever wondered how a 3,000 experiment turned into $500 million clothing empire in under 5 years? So in 2019, co-founders Ryan Bartlett, Matt, and Nick launched True Classic with a mission. It's to create a perfectly fitted, buttery soft tees for the average guy, right? No baggy or itchy sleeves, just affordable comfort. And that one tee in 6 different colors just flew off the shelves. 50 millions in the first year, 90 millions in year 2. I want to break down some of the things that they're doing here on their website that it's absolutely genius and give you a little bit of insight to see how you can implement it yourself. Now, before we begin, I just want to say my name is Christian Pignon, one of the co-founders here at Bright Branding. We specialize in helping clothing brands scale online. We've served over 300 clothing brands in the last year alone. I would appreciate if you'd like and subscribe so you don't miss out any of our latest content. So let's start with the homepage and the navigation. One, a very clean, benefit-driven hero section. Obviously, this is a new product, and a lot of people tend to ask me like, hey, for the hero banner, like what should I put in here? It's like you always want to try to have something new and fresh in here. And obviously they have this new activewear V-neck that I guess I've been waiting for. But at the very easy glance in here, you can see that the message actually focuses on fit, comfort, the value, right? It's no fluff. It's just really what matters within the text. And they've even added, again, some of the things here, sweat wicking, right? They have the exact same thing just right underneath the actual call to action button, but said a little bit different, moisture wicking, right? And they have like a nice little icon attached to it, built-in SPF. So they have a bunch of different product benefits in here and a lot of good information that I would want to know as a consumer. Plus, very much front and center, you have the freaking product just being displayed right there. So to me, this is a very good hero banner image. Now, navigation-wise, we tend to actually tell people to make sure that, you know, all the navigation that you have at the very top is actually just taken directly to products. They've done something a little bit different. They have the shop all button that actually has all their products in there, and they've highlighted certain things, and then they go into more so, you know, the brand overall when it comes to like the Insiders Club, the clearance, our story, gifting, a try for free. Still, I would say all very important links. I don't know that I would have all of them in here, but I do love how when you click on shop all, you get the visual right away. Obviously, they have a lot of the basics in terms of wardrobe and what they have to offer. So showcasing the actual visual, like men are very visual. So by default, when I click on shop all, I see all this. Like this is actually very nice. Very easy for me to find some of those best sellers, some of the products that I'm more likely going to purchase because I'm here in True Classic, and more than likely I'm gonna, you know, purchase some tees, right? So this, to me, I think it's absolutely genius. When it comes to this style of navigation, there are some themes out there that support this from the get-go, and you'll have to look for things like mega menu or mobile only menus. I believe the broadcast theme actually has an option where you can actually change up the mobile navigation menu versus your desktop navigation menu, and it may give you some options like this. But to me, the visual representation of all the products in here, I think it's absolutely genius, and it's something that definitely helps with the shopping experience overall. Now, having trust elements and social proof is, again, something that we talk about extensively. So prominent customer reviews somewhere near the top of the page is going to be important. So if you scroll just a little bit here, right after the hero, they have this very simple 3-column section: 5 million plus happy customer, 200,000 5-star reviews, 100-day perfect fit guarantee. So having this type of messaging up here, I think it's very important, having it, you know, somewhere higher up on the page. And as you can see, once you start scrolling through the page, you'll start to get, again, kind of like the 5-star rating, again, the 5 million plus trusted customers mentioned in here again. And then when you get to the very bottom on the footer, you get the same messaging with Trustpilot, again, the star ratings in here. So it's important to consider, right, when you're thinking about adding trust elements or social proof to your website, it's not just adding it a single time and you're good to go. It's making sure that you're adding it into multiple placements all throughout your website. Now let's go into the product page, because to me the product page is probably one of the most impressive and I would say busy product pages that I've seen. So something that I think they've done really well, I would say here, is the fact that everything is still above the fold. They've been able to put a lot of information here for the customer, but still keep it in a way that it just fits. I can see the product, I can see and make all my selections in here, and I can still see that call to action button right here under, it says select size. So I have to select my size, and then I have the add to cart button show up right within. Now, something that they are doing in here that is just kind of above and beyond what other people have done is they're using section rendering API integration. So when you switch colors or when you switch variants in here, actually when I switch colors, it actually changes the whole URL. So it's changing from one product to the other. But as you can see, the only thing that's really reloading here is just the product images. So they're fetching just the necessary essential assets from moving from one thing to another. So I believe I was reading the case study. They use this app Higgsfield.io, and in here they talk about that problem and the limitation and the fact that they went from 641 requests. You know, once you click on the different variant, there's 640 things that have to be requested and loaded to only 52 things, right? And changing the overall, I think, it's like 34 megabytes of resources all the way down to like about 1 megabyte. So definitely they've paid attention to speed and performance, right? And the fact is, like, they have to do this. Like, this is, like, I would say above and beyond, but they have to do this because they have a cashback offer in here. They have the ability to build a pack. They have a size chart, what's my size widget in here. They have the ability to become an insider option. So they have a lot of bells and whistles built into this, which require some additional apps and things like that. So they have to go through the process of going through an app like Higgsfield and making sure that they're using some other tool and alternatives in order to make this load faster and quicker. Now, something else that they've done here on these product pages is they have some videos embedded throughout the page. And these videos, what they've done before, I guess they used to use Vimeo, and they've switched providers to VideoWise, and they've boosted conversion by 13%, and average engagement is 70% completion. So it's a smart way to grasp attention without slowing load time. There's also another case study on VideoWise on essentially that move from Vimeo into using VideoWise throughout their website, and how they're able to optimize conversion rates by having video that just loads so much faster. So again, they have all the bells and whistles, but they've done their due diligence in making sure that everything loads super fast. And as you can see on this product page here, we have a video within the media of the actual product. And if we scroll down towards the bottom of the page, you also have the comparison, the other brands versus True Classic, and the guy kind of showing how the product actually falls, which I think, to me, is absolutely very important, right? To showcase and display this in actual motion. And obviously something else, ratings and testimonies. Again, we talked about that within the homepage, but having it in here as well is going to be super important. Now, I believe, a lot of the times we recommend using something like Judge Me, but at the end of the day, you also have to pay attention to the type of information that a customer is going to want to know from the get-go, right? An actual single testimonial may not be as useful as seeing something like this, where I see the weight range of this particular customer, the usual size that they get, the size that they purchased, and the height, the measurement of the customers. Like, that right there is absolutely genius to include within your reviews, because you can actually get some real data from people, not just their opinion, right? It's like you're actually getting real data from those particular customers. So I think that the fact that they have that within their reviews is absolutely game-changing and absolutely genius. Now, I think where they're doing an amazing job as well is within their carts. Their cart, when it's empty, it looks like this. It actually gives you kind of like that gamification, right, of different thresholds. You unlock different benefits. So at the $99, you get the free shipping. After that, $149, you get a free short sleeve. $199, you get a free long sleeve. So they've done a really good job of kind of going into that gamification. I think Chubby's is another brand that does really well with this. But as you can see, an empty cart still gives me product categories, so I can actually go in and shop, the no-brainer add-ons in here, And again, that very clear, summary of what I could get if I were to add some of these things to my cart. And as I add things to the cart, obviously that add to cart starts moving. It's a very interactive green color. There's movement in there. Hey, add this additional money into your cart and get this benefit. So I think they're doing an absolutely amazing job here within the cart. Obviously, with something like this, you'll have to rely on a different app in order to make this happen. There is absolutely no theme out of the box that can do all of this. I would definitely recommend checking things like Upcart or Monster Upsell Cart in order to really truly build your own shopping cart experience, because all of these little things definitely add up to, one, the experience and how smooth the customer is going to feel when they go from product page to the actual thank you page. Now, when you get to actual checkout, they are doing a very simple upsell right within here, which, I mean, it's good because they're giving us some pretty significant discounts in here. But I definitely think that there's some opportunity right there between cart and getting to checkout to potentially doing some additional upsells in terms of pop-ups or different things like that. But I do like that at least they have this in here. And I'm sure if we go to the actual checkout and thank you page, they probably have some post-purchase upsells in here as well. And again, when it comes to those apps, one-click upsell is going to be your best friend here. Sell Easy is also going to be your best friend here. Obviously, there's a bunch of other apps out there that can do not this, right? Because if you're making or doing upsells within the actual checkout page, that means that you are on Shopify Plus, which is like the $2,000+ a month, but you still have an opportunity to do post-purchase. And right before you get to the checkout page, there are also some opportunities to do upsells as well. So those things will be super beneficial. Now, something else, I don't know if you noticed, throughout the website, there was this pop-up on getting cash back. And I believe on the actual, let me go to one of the product pages as well. Sometimes it shows, sometimes it doesn't, but I think by default, there we go. Unlock 20% cash back. This method of, they're giving you a discount, but they're giving you a discount after the fact. That's the only reason why they're saying the word cashback in here is like you actually have to purchase from us in order to get the discount, right? Versus a lot of people tend to do, 15% off right now on your first order. That's great, but a lot of people may not, go through the actual checkout process and you're giving away discounts without getting the actual purchase. So this way, they're tweaking the messaging just a little bit to get cash back after the actual fact. And something else that they do, they have the pop-up obviously, but then they also give you the message right here within the actual product page where they tell you exactly how much money back. The percentage is great, but actually giving you, there's $14 that I'm gonna get back into my account if I claim that particular offer. With these cashback offers, one app that I did find that could work really well is Coin Cashback and Store Credit. And this cashback, that's the other neat trick to this, is that the cashback is actually store credit. So they actually get money back, but it's money that they have to spend on your actual store. So doing something like this could be very, very beneficial. So True Classic's Shopify site succeeds by really blending high performance technical optimizations with really immersive visuals and just frictionless buying and shipping experiences. So they've really elevated every step of the journey while staying true to their brand promise, which is a fit first, comfort, and no fluff. Now, if you enjoyed this video and this breakdown of True Classic and you would like to learn a little bit more, dive deeper into a brand that you are looking into right now, or maybe it's your competition, let me know in the comments below and we'll break that brand down and we'll let you know what they're doing, maybe what they're using in the back end, or maybe some alternatives like we did on this video. Let me know in the comments down below and I'll see you in the next one.